Jesse, I believe you were angry about a man in a plane.
Let me tell you about this man in the plane, who I was angry at. Thanks.
Thanks for the notes, bro. All caught up now.
So I get off the plane, and of course, I have to get off the plane right onto another plane. I've got like a 30-minute window before I have to take off again to do all my business in the terminal. And I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I want coffee, and I have to pee.
Of course.
So I have to do all this before I figure out where my next plane is and jump on that one. So I'm stressed out immediately by the time the plane lands. I'm in a hurry. I have to go Sonic Hedgehog speed. So I rush off the plane, and I don't know where my fucking bags are. I'm like, where the fuck is my bag? Where the fuck is my bag, goddammit? And I get off the plane, and I ask some random airport jack off. I'm like, hey, where's my bag? And he's like, oh, you have to, the baggage claim is way over that way. And he points me, and the Chicago airport is like 3 miles long. So I have to walk through the entire airport.
Only to realize it's not at baggage.
Exactly. Like out. I'm not even there yet. Walk through the entire airport, out security, into like to where the baggage claim is. And so I wait at the baggage claim at this dude's advice, at the behest of someone who works there who told me to go there. And I'm sitting at the baggage claim, and the clock is ticking, and I have to get on this next fucking plane, and I'm waiting for my fucking bag, and I'm waiting until I start to notice the same bags going around the loop, so I realize that my bags aren't fucking there. So I go up to the lady, and I go, my bags aren't at the baggage claim, lady. Where's my fucking bags? Where's my fucking bags? And she's like, nobody fucking knows anything. Nobody even knows how to speak to you there. They just go, what do you mean? Where's the bag? It's in the baggage claim. And I'm like, no, it's not on. It's not a baggage claim. Someone told me to come to the baggage claim. It's not on the baggage claim. She goes, is it valet? I'm like, what? Is it valet? Does it have a valet tag on it? What the fuck is valet? What is a valet tag? Sometimes valet means that they put it on the plane. You were supposed to get it right in the fucking airplane corridor when you got off the plane. Well, you know what would have been a great time to inform me of that? Before I got off the plane! Any time before I came out here into the terminal and some jack-off jabroni told me to come to the baggage claim. No one told me this shit. Nobody informed me. I'm just supposed to know. I'm just supposed to know all the ins and outs of an airport terminal that everyone else... You're all looking at me like you all know. Like
No, I do not.
Dude, you have no idea how I know.
I have done it many times, but I learned it by way of standing around gormless and being like, where? What do I?
This
what,
is
They
don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
When they took my bag, they didn't explain what they were doing with it.
What you need is cards. You get a little classification you hang around your neck that's color coded for exactly how much
that
you
says,
know. Like
I am an idiot.
Yeah.
Please tell me everything clearly.
Baby blue
I
means
haven't
I'm
been
totally
here before.
new.
You
Yeah.
fuck
And then
ass.
purple is I'm an expert. Don't tell me anything. I know everything.
Right.
That would be so much better if we had that.
I am a YouTuber. I'm a professional YouTuber. I don't know how to function in the real world. My mom wiped my ass until I was 8. Please tell me where to go in this fucking airport. All of that on one fucking giant lanyard around my neck, so everyone knows that I need help with everything all the time. So she tells me to go back to my fucking gate, which I've already forgotten which gate I came off. I don't know what gate it even is. So I have to ask her, fuck, I came here from Flint. What gate is that? Tells me the gate, so I have to go all the way back through security again. So now I'm going back through security and getting checked and having them fucking touch my dick and play with my ball sack and all this shit.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah. And so I fucking rush back, and now the clock's like, the plane's almost about to leave. So I know I'm probably gonna miss it. So I'm going to the place, all the way back to my gate, which is like 3 miles across this fucking airport, and I'm so pissed off because they didn't tell me that it was fucking valet, and they didn't tell me anything, and I get there, and finally at my gate, I see my fucking bag behind like some desk. Of course nobody's working at the fucking desk. There's nobody there, no employees, and some guy like on the other side of the room was like, you can't go back there. And I fucking deliberately, I stomp back there. I fucking,
Oh my gosh.
by this point I was at the point where where you get to the point where you no longer care if people are staring at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you pass that point to a point where you want them to fucking stare at you. Like, I want everyone to see that someone has wronged me and I'm going to behave badly for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want the world to witness this tantrum that I'm about to throw. So I fucking stomp behind the employees only desk and I make this grand display of grabbing my bag like, ah!
Oh man, if only this was 360
Actually, you
degrees.
can see.
Yeah, I think you got off.
You could have seen the whole journey that the cat took just now.
I stomp back, heaving and fuming like a fucking animal, like a behemoth about to kill someone. And so I just take my bag and I go to the first desk I see with these two gormless fucking airport people who are staring at this display of passion and rage that I've exhibited. And I come up and I go, fucking, I don't remember what I said, probably suck my giant wiener or some shit.
That seems like a rational thing to say to people.
I just like walk up to him and I'm like, where's the Norfolk flight? Where is the fucking, what gate is the flight to Norfolk? Right now. And the guy like looks at me all gumpily and he's like,
There's a flight board over there.
he fucking types some shit on his keyboard and he goes, oh, that just left. That flight's gone.
Oh.
So I take my fucking boarding pass and like before he even finishes telling me that it's gone, because I knew he was gonna say that, I fucking slap my boarding pass down like, reimburse me then! And he goes,
Oh god.
Medics! I don't know how to reimburse you!
what does that mean, reimburse you? We can't do anything here. So I'm like, then point me in the direction of someone in charge right now. And he's like, well, you gotta go back up to the ticket people outside of security and back out to the opening of the airport. So by now, because I've been walking aimlessly back and forth through this fucking airport looking for my bags in the first place, I've already been out of security and had to go back through it like 10 times. But oh yeah, the lady at security was a bitch too. Because when I was fucking, I don't even remember what part of the story this came in. But anyways, fuck her. I came out fucking again. So this time I had to go to the ticket people to tell them to reimburse me. And I knew they were going to try and give me bullshit about it. They were going to try to make me pay for something or tell me that they couldn't help me or act like it's my fault. So I was like preparing myself for war. Like I was walking around. I was sizing up all the different ticket people to find one that I knew I could bully and intimidate into giving me what I want. So like I finally find the fucking I go up to these ones, which I think I had already been up to asking about something earlier when I was asking for my bags. I went around the whole airport being bothered by every idiotic employee I could. And so I fucking... So, wait, I'm getting lost in my own story here. There were so many idiots.
At
like,
this
my
point,
whole life
you were
I'm just
trying to get
surrounded by idiots.
reimbursed, as I recall.
Yeah, I was taking my fucking ticket.
Yeah.
The first time I went out, then I had to add, fuck them. The point is, somehow, these ticket people that I'm not going up to, I had gone up to previously for something that I don't even fucking remember. But they were already a bunch of cunts to me. So I knew that these were the same fuckers who made me miss the flight in the first place. So I walked up to them, and I'm just like, I need a new one of these. I need a new ticket to Norfolk, and I need one right now. And they're like, why? What happened? I missed the flight. Obviously, motherfuckers. Well, why did you miss the flight? Because of you. It was all your fault. And this lady, this like middle-aged cow, it's like this skinny bald doofus and this middle-aged cow who are like the Team Rocket of the airport. Whose goal is to stop people from getting on their fucking
stop all flights across the nation.
To defend people from going to any nation.
Yeah.
Any location.
Any location, better.
So I fucking... Oh yeah, that's right. That's where I saw them before, because the first time I went out to find my bags and realized they weren't there, when I tried to get back to my gate, first I had to go to security, and the lady wouldn't let me through security because she didn't believe that I had a boarding pass. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just came from out of there. I got to go back in. My bags are there. And some Mexican lady was like, no, senor, you don't got to fucking... nothing disparaging against the wetbacks,
Yeah.
but she was in fact one of them. And she was like she was like being all like dismissive of me, like, what are you, stupid? You gotta fucking look at your boarding pass and present it to them. And I'm like, okay, well you need to, okay, can you tell me where the fucking, the flight that came here from Flint was? Because I don't remember where I even got off to find my bags. And she's like, oh, let me look at your boarding pass. It says like an A15 to 37 Zeta Alpha 420 Omega. How do you not know this shit? So that lady was a bitch.
Story of my life.
So then I had to go the first time to the skinny bald man and the old cow at the thing to tell them to get me to fucking fuck around in the place.
Mm-hmm. I'm following.
So anyways, this is now, I'm going back to get a reimbursed ticket or whatever. So this is the second time I've encountered the bald man and the old cow. And so I stomp up to them, heaving. I'm like sweating because I've been power walking back and forth through this mile-long airport in a rage and a tizzy, pushing people out of my way and kicking over people's stupid wheeled suitcases because I'm pissed off that I don't have my suitcase and I want to strike back at the world. But I come up there probably looking like a sweaty maniac who's just gotten back from Vietnam.
So you still have your suitcase at this point?
I have my suitcase now.
Oh, okay.
So I go up to the ticket vendors and I'm like, I need a new one of these. And like I need a new ticket to Norfolk because I missed my flight because of you fucking assholes. I didn't say that though. I was pretty courteous considering that I was ready to kill somebody. But so this lady was like, okay, you missed your flight, so blah blah blah. And I knew she was gonna try to make me pay for it or give me some fucking bullshit. And she's trying to give me all this bureaucratic runaround and talk to me a bunch of shit that I don't understand. And she's looking at me like, well, do you have this thing? Do you know what that is? Blue? Do you fucking need this? Do you need your original boarding pass from Flint to here? Do you need that? And I'm like, I don't know, do I? And she fucking looks at me and she goes, I don't know. Do you?
Oh!
Like that.
Oh, God.
Like the person who works at the airport is mad at me for not understanding the airport. I don't work here, you stupid cow. So she had that tone, like that deliberately aggressive.
People from Phoenix are Phoenician.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to fuck with me tone. Like she started a war for some reason. I guess she's another goat Jesus. She felt like it was a good idea to start a fucking battle with me. So she's like, I don't know. Do you need it? And like, a moment happened. A moment in time. Where I didn't say anything. I just looked right in her eyes. And I didn't say a word. And I just stared in her eyes until she looked away. And I think in that moment, I communicated to her a lifetime of rage and a lifetime of don't fuck with me. Because somehow she got the message. And I think she realized that she made a mistake going, I don't know, do you? And I just went, and she's like, well, here's what I can do, and I can get you a flight.
Whoa! You just use the Conqueror's hockey on her, and just sheer force.
And that's the way it's meant to be. Unlike the internet, on the internet, you can never have that look.
Yeah, exactly.
So it never ends.
Yeah, if I had that look on Twitter a week ago, we never have even have heard the name Goat Jesus. He wouldn't have existed. He would only
been burned to cinder by your gaze.
Yeah. So
Turned
I
to a pillar of salt.
Or God knows what spice.
Pillar of salt. Paprika, because he's a faggot. So I get
Is
my
paprika a gay spice?
It is now.
I
Go
don't
on.
know.
Yeah, according to that's the new rule.
Just
Law of the land.
I don't know.
Paprika is gay.
It's got a girly
Paprika
name.
sounds gay. That's why I said that.
It
This
does.
makes me think of the Blues Clues
Yeah, it was
character.
the daughter of Mr. Salt and Mrs.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Yeah, the
I don't
gay
think-
son. Is
Yeah,
that
they're
Salt and
trans-
Mr. Pepper's
trans
gay
daughter.
male to female abortion of a son. Neither salt nor pepper. Some kind of mutant abomination.
Not on the binary, dude. Not on the binary.
No.
So I take my reimbursed boarding pass. So now I have to wait around the airport. So first I have to go through security for like a third time. which every fucking time that I go through security at this point, every time that I step through that fucking radiation chamber, the more radiation turns me into more of the Incredible Hulk. Every time they fucking sit there and make me go through that fucking chamber so they can x-ray me and take a picture of my security at this point. Every time that I step through that fucking radiation chamber, the more radiation turns me into more of the Incredible Hulk. Every time they fucking sit there and make me go through that fucking chamber so they can x-ray me and take a picture of my penis and laugh about how huge it is. Every time they do that, it makes me more of a monster. It turns the knife a little bit more.
Yeah.
So victimized for your huge penis.
Oh my god, dude!
I take a look at my nose.
Look at this freak with the fucking donkey tongue. What is he, a man or an animal?
I just imagine Endless just walking through security, hearing that out the corner of his eye, just looking away, pulling down his hand, just a single tear rolls down
My
his
dick's so huge.
every single time.
So I'm going through security, so yeah, every time that fucking Colt Corona has to go through the baggage x-ray, it's not a fucking tumor. Not Colt Corona's got cancer.
It's
Is it?
blinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead.
So I'm going through security, and I have to fucking the one cool guy in the entire airport. I would be remiss if I didn't mention him because he's a fucking hero, and that is
I think you can play
the guy, the fucking mustachioed man who accepted my boarding pass both times because both times I had to go out and back through security. The first time he saw my boarding pass and said, Jesse James, that's a cool name, and I'm like, that is a cool name. Thank you, Chicago man with the mustache. You're the only cool guy in this whole airport.
Was that the entirety of his cool saga, saying that your name was cool?
Well, he was just like a friendly, like a human guy.
Yeah, a normal
Yeah, I
person.
got
Yeah, like a normal person inside this machine of idiotic dogs. Those are the real heroes. Any person who works in a bureaucratic environment but maintains their humanity enough to be courteous and treat you like an actual human being, those are the ones who are keeping this country together and preventing mass shootings. Every day, somebody in an airport is about to lose their mind until that one mustachioed Chicago man says something nice about their name.
You need Dane Cook coming by with the candy bar from that joke about how there's always that one guy at the office who you suspect is going to eventually kill everyone.
Yeah.
So he gives him candy so that when he comes through with a shotgun and kills everyone, he'll stop at you and go, "Thanks for the candy."
Yeah.
You're barely picking up on the spikes. Your little audio there. You're like barely showing up.
Hello. I'm fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because that's everybody's entire job is to be nice to you. Because
That
otherwise
should be their
you're
job,
going to-
right?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's what always gets me is I'm like, this is literally all you're here for is to make
Yeah.
my life convenient.
Okay.
That's
Here's-
why you
here's
work
the thing,
here.
Though, is that kindness
if you want.
requires
Yeah, cube
human
Empathy
satisfaction
and not
to be
being
from your
sick
core.
of your shitty job. And
Yeah,
working
not
at
being
fucking
not getting a
airport.
miserable life. You
In
have
an
to be-
airport where you're between
Makes
two
Okay.
stores that are both playing two different top 40 radio stations, and
Yeah,
you hear both
it's not
simultaneously
like
at all
it
times.
takes an incredible ability to really have enough soul to give. Like you can't just pay for that, you know. Like it
guess
really
so.
requires.
Yeah, like I
exceptional
get it because I wouldn't survive a day having that job and having to deal with people like me being pissed off, because
people. Yeah.
just because I'm mad at other airport employees who fucked
Right.
me over and didn't tell me
Right.
about my bag. I'm gonna act like a raving idiot at you and yell at you and call you an idiot. And I know that it's not your fault. I know that I'm a psychotic moron in this situation, but it's your job to treat me like I'm not a psychotic
But you
moron.
work at an
Well-
airport, so
well,
who's
hold on.
really the psychotic
Actually,
moron?
I guess the real solution here is if we have places like airports, pay those people better. Pay those people well enough that they can do their job well. Like those should be
Is there any
high-paying
amount that will
jobs.
make up for what they go through? in their
Anyone who works in
jobs?
the service industry should just get paid enough that they feel good about working in the service industry. Because there's a level on which if you're making $100 an hour or something, you're gonna be like, yeah, of course I can put up with someone. Like, I make so much more money than you. I feel nothing but pity for your plight.
Well, I think it would mean that there's.
I want everyone servicing me to make more money than me, so
Well, I
that
mean,
they
that-
feel
that would
like
mean
they
that,
can
like,
look down on
If,
me.
if you're getting paid a ton of money,
In a
that
good
means
way.
that less people are getting hired, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to afford to hire that.
All right,
many
nobody
people.
cares. Let's not get into this. Let's move on.
Well, we gotta take the money from elsewhere, I guess. Take it from the school system. Fuck the school system.
Anyways, I go back through security a third time, which means I had to go back through the mustache guy a third time. And so the mustache guy saw me and he's like, "Didn't I just see you here? What happened?" I'm like, I missed my flight. He's like, "Oh man, the airport sure sucks," or some shit. Like that was all it took to like bring me back down to a human level of not wanting to kill everyone. That guy saved the entire airport that day. He prevented another massive terror.
You would have whipped out your
from the
dick and
endless
used it as
void.
a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
He needs a movie like that plane
With
pilot guy. Yeah, like he should be Tom Hanks in a movie about preventing a shooting of the airport. Like
Yeah.
Humanity is such a rare and valuable commodity nowadays. So I go. I don't know what happened next. I guess I just sat around the airport for 7 hours.
Yep.
you bought a $4 root beer.
I did buy a $4. Oh man, that fucking airport. Just everybody in the airport is a bitch. Everybody is dragging their feet, and everyone who works there is a cunt and thinks they're better than you. When it's their fault I missed my plane in the first place because they didn't tell me anything, and then I asked them and they told me the wrong things, and then me going back and forth through security like an ass clown 100,000 fucking times. But yeah, so then I fucking sit there for like 7 hours. I read the new Harry Potter book, which sucked. I bought a trillion coffees. Oh yeah, I was sitting at Starbucks and I saw that motherfucking ticket vendor, that skinny bald guy. He came to the Starbucks while I was sitting there sipping my coffee. I was texting my mom.
Banana.
Yeah. Well, at first I was texting my mom, telling her that I missed my flight, just letting her know. And here's how well my mom knows me. I texted her, "I missed my flight," and she immediately texts back, "Whose fault was it? What did they do?" So she knew.
She knew.
Somehow she knew that it was everyone's fault but mine. I don't know how she figured that out.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that no one informed you properly of what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, and plus
As well they don't.
plus the ticket vendor lady was a bitch, so that makes me feel totally comfortable saying that everyone who works there should die except for mustache guys.
That's fair. Okay, so you're at the restaurant, you see Bald Man.
I'm at Starbucks, and I can't believe it. That fucking ticket vendor, not doing his job, has left his station to come to Starbucks, and he's talking to the lady, and I take out my phone to snap a picture of him so I can, make some snarky Instagram post like, "Here's my pilot. He's a dick. He sucks." But while I'm fucking pointing it at him, I see him, distract the cashier, and then take a banana and zip it up in his suitcase. So not only is this guy not doing his job properly, he's stealing bananas from the airport Starbucks. He's a criminal, he needs to be stopped.
Did you take the opportunity to bring him to justice and remove him from the system?
Yeah, I posted about him on Instagram.
Nice.
I showed the...
Swift
I
justice.
exposed him. He's
What
dead
more
now.
could you do? What more? Yeah.
And that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. Those stingy people aren't even better at following the rules than a cool person.
No. Because they're not doing it because they care about the rules. They're doing it because they care about getting to beat up on somebody and amuse themselves
And
for their miserable day.
This whole everything you just described. My mission as an independent adult is to do whatever it
That
takes,
was
pull
cool.
out all the stops
I'm glad we have a camera for doing
to
this.
prevent anything like that from happening in my life as much as possible. I had my suitcase, and because my upbringing is not designed to avoid these kinds of things. My whole family, extended family, it's just they just let stuff like that happen and they deal with it, and they're just
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets my goat, is everyone in the world just deals. They act like I'm the crazy one for wanting to flip out and lose my mind.
So here's what it was. I had my suitcase, and I'm gonna Google what's the maximum size for suitcase, and it was 22 inches tall. Measure it, and it says even with wheels, don't go over 22 inches. I measure it with wheels, 23 inches. I sawed off the wheels. And
Whoa.
the inconvenience.
Impressive.
They couldn't just be pulled off, they had to be sawed off.
No, I
Yes,
looked at it. I sawed them off individually. I mean, they were kind of hollowed out, so it didn't take that long. But sawed off the wheels and the two little stubs at the end. I figured, almost certainly, it's gonna fit anyway. And I figured, being able to use the wheels would really help me out when walking around. But the inconvenience of carrying it myself is consistent and understandable. You're going to have to lug something around. You understand it immediately, it's consistent all the way to the end, and for the rest of the time, those wheels are gone forever. It's not like you have to sign a form and then go to a website to get a paper to ask a guy to have the wheels be gone sometimes, but not on Tuesdays, right?
And for at every stage of that, for no one else to understand why you're all the lights and people.
It feels normal.
This footage is gonna be fucked.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, whenever it switches back from different mediums.
I guess so.
That's the only way to do it, man.
I think it might be possible to
Just
stitch
make a
these
playlist and
videos
release it
into
all
those
as that,
ones,
just to begin
but
with.
I don't know yet. Anyway, continue. I'm recording on this.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
came
the end?
here. Yeah. And then I came here and I fucking wandered around the woods in the airport here for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
While you guys searched for me in vain.
We were convinced that you'd gone.
We
feral.
had to deal with bureaucracy there too, because fucking
Oh yeah.
we're like driving around trying to find Jesse, and we circle the me and Nate are in the car, and
Yeah.
Hippo and Ben are standing outside. We'd already been waiting for a fucking hour because Jesse told us like vaguely like 7:22 or something, and of course it was like 8 by the time his plane actually got in. But like we're walking around. Or driving around, like I circled the whole fucking airport twice, and then we're like, let's go up into the lane where like the taxi cabs are,
Yeah.
and we'll see if he's on the other side. And we go into that lane, and then of course we see Jesse has already found Ben and Hippo, so we stop the car and we open the door and we're like, guys, come over, like go quick. And immediately some dude is like, you can't stop here, can you go? And we're like, they're right there! And then we had to fucking go around the entire fucking airport again just so we could get just to pick those guys up. It would have taken 5 seconds and no one was behind us.
Yeah.
Anyone who follows rules
Bureaucracy.
like that deserves to be fucking shot, dragged into the street and beaten with soap until they're fucking dead and paralyzed in that order. Fucking Mustachio Man would never allow that shit to slide. Mustache guy doesn't give a shit.
He
about
would've
the
just
rules.
been
He's my
like,
fucking hero.
"Hey,
He's my
guy."
hero because he showed like basic human decency that everyone should show.
Yep.
I mean, the whole thing with the bureaucracy and the fact that so many people put up with it is the fact that they don't have anything better to do. You see, the thing is, all of us, creative people, we have an entire Starbucks full of people with laptops writing scripts and songs in our minds all at once, all the time. And so we don't want the bureaucracy. Other people, it's like, wow, a fun challenge, a bunch of completely unnecessary bullshit I have to deal with. It's like it livens up their day. So once again, this entire problem is once again a subset of literally every problem, which is just stupid
Everyone's an
people.
idiot. Yeah, stupid people.
Human
That's
robots,
dumb.
go vote it up.
Well, you can't anymore. The days of being able to vote up is gone.
But voted up is now a meme. It lives on as a meme.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's my airport story. It would have been funnier 2 days ago when I was actually pissed off and passionate about
I don't know, it was pretty great.
But I was
you
also-
ranted for like 45 minutes.
But I was
about
also, I
that.
didn't feel like talking that night because I was sleepy anyways. Because I got off that plane.
Yes.
Nice. Victor's wearing the camera as a hat now.
That's what it's all
It
about.
looks awesome.
Now it's a
actually.
POV shot.
That looks like it's
No,
gonna
it's-
come
it's
tumbling
terrible.
forward.
Tumbling
It's
down,
completely
tumbling
sideways and
Is
it's
it-
way above your eye level. Like, all you're seeing is the tops of our heads, essentially.
This is gonna be a nightmare of a vlog.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, I mean, it could just be a podcast if need be. I'd much
Oh, I
rather-
guess that's true. The audio is
The audio is
technically
totally
fine.
intact.
I mean, we have
Maybe
a
we should
reference.
release it in 2 versions. One with the visuals as a playlist. One is just the
It'll be
audio.
fine. It'll be fine.
All right.
I'm
It'll be
gonna
fun.
edit it.
It'll be fun.
I'm just excited to see how
I'm
it
gonna
looks.
edit it. It's gonna be fine.
So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that second plane ride was even worse than the first one. Because fucking, it was just as small, but also like the chairs were all rickety and crickety, and I couldn't lean back without it making like a jarring noise to jolt me awake as I tried in vain to fall asleep. And like by the time I got off the plane, like my back hurt and I had a splitting headache and I was like bone tired and I'm fucking walking out like a zombie. Like when I saw Ben, like the first thing I said to him was like, I need a nap and a microphone in that order.
Exactly correct and true, and I remember it all in pinpoint precision. Also, here's a theory. My trip here was the exact opposite of yours in every way because I went by land rather than by air. and I had an absolutely lovely time. And it was very relaxing, and I had a beautiful nighttime drive over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and it was magical.
Also reading a J.K. Rowling
Yeah,
book,
that's what I was
but a
gonna say.
good one.
Yeah, I was reading the one that she wrote under the pseudonym.
Yeah, some guy, Alan Grayson or something. I don't know.
No.
It's a weird name.
I don't know. One of her detective novels written under a fake
well,
name, but it was actually good.
Well, thank God I was smart enough to not buy a return flight ticket.
Yeah.
So I'll never have to go to an airport again. Unless I can't find a way home, then I guess I will. And I guess my ticket will probably be like $500 more expensive for not doing it in advance. That's the risk I'm taking.
You got here. So today we went to a comic book store, and we were buying a bunch of merch. Or a bunch of stuff, and of course, Jesse bought a bunch of stuff. He bought a bunch of posters, and afterwards he was like, "Why didn't you guys stop me from buying these posters?"
Just the goofy one. That was the
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Just
just-
he was like, I don't need
so
this poster.
so for your return flight ticket home, you're gonna have to go to that pawn shop we saw and go and pawn all your stuff so you can afford the ticket
Yeah.
home. It'll be like a monkey's paw story. Like you'll have to, or it'll be like that episode of Winnie the Pooh where they fall down the magic well and they celebrate all of Tigger's birthdays
not
all in one
that
go,
one.
and he spends all of his
So
accumulated
sad.
birthday wishes like getting all the stuff he ever wanted in life, but he over wishes and he only leaves one wish left, and he has to wish him and all his friends home, but in doing so he has to leave all his stuff behind.
caveat.
That's gonna be it. You're gonna have to get rid of all this stuff so you can wish yourself home on
That
the
was
plane.
as good a time as I will ever have to say that episode was bullshit, because the very last thing that happens, there are 3 candles, and Tigger's last wish is here, candle goes out, candle goes out, go. Last one goes out, they leaves. That was one wish.
No,
That was one wish.
It's
Ben,
because
are you monitoring the audio to make sure he's not like clipping his ass
it's
off
not
like
that
getting
bad.
close?
Okay.
he's clipping like ever so slightly. No, that it makes sense. Okay, they don't
Yeah.
explain this, but it kind of makes sense because there's 3 of
Don't
them.
say because there's 3 of
There's
them.
3 of
No,
them.
Just say,
it was
I wish
Rabbit
we were gone.
and Piglet and Tigger.
I don't. You guys are arguing about the canonicity of a fucking Winnie the Pooh
And because
episode
it's the
right
best
now.
Yeah.
show of all
You-
time.
you-
It's
you
probably
left
the best
out-
show of all
You left
time.
out that why Jesse wanted us to stop him, or why he bought the.
You left out the fact that every episode of Winnie the Pooh is in Christopher Robin's imagination anyway.
He wasn't even there. He was not
He
even
wasn't
there. He
involved.
doesn't even know
He
about
wasn't
that. They would never tell him because it's way too fucked up. Christopher Robin, did you know there's a fucking magical alternate dimension down this well where
Yeah.
all your accumulated birthday wishes live
I love
and
that
reside?
Christopher Robin is so fucking disassociative
Yeah.
and insane that stuff happens that he doesn't
His
even know
own
about.
imaginary
You know what?
friends have their own
Actually,
fucked up
at this point,
adventures.
when I think about it, it's probably fairly likely that there are forum debates. Like the Christopher Robin dream side people really need to learn the facts about the real nature of the show.
all these like carefully laid out lists of events that could
Evidence,
never
yeah.
have happened in
Happened in
Christopher
Christopher
Robin's
Robin's
mind because he later references them. He references that time and never mentions that, so
This is
clearly he
probably
doesn't
all
aware.
on TV tropes, like in the
Yeah.
YMMV section or something.
I don't know why I never read the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh TV tropes.
Yeah, why?
back when I
What
was
have I been doing with my
back when,
time?
back when I was an
Couldn't have been-
avid troper. I don't know why I
Or
never
I
done
thought you were gonna say an avid pooer.
Oh my god.
But anyways, that Jesse said that the reason he bought the Goofy posters because he was so excited to see Goofy.
Oh,
in
yeah,
town
oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
He had to have
That's right.
He was here.
How much was that poster?
It was like $7.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
it,
it,
man.
man.
Real
Fuck
cheap.
it.
Yeah, but after I bought it, I'm like, I don't need a Goofy.
And it's like yellowed. It's not even like white anymore.
Yeah.
It's pretty old.